Hi, this is another video for my friends, leftist, mostly friends in the UK, struggling and fighting Brexit and anti-immigration stance and racist stuff all over the place, taking place in this country. So actually, watch James O'Brien interview with Joe, I think. I love James show because I like the way he interact with those colors and the way he really try to understand and to make sense of what they are saying. And in general, it turns out that what they are saying doesn't make sense. And is very good at that. It's always very interesting to listen. But during this interview with Joe, he made the comment that, yeah, he has demonstrated repeatedly to those people that they were wrong, they were fed with lies, and they were and they were getting those lies, they were accepting them, and they were even relaying them. And he didn't understand that. I had no clue why those people were reacting like that. And I will say this is something in a sense we need to try to understand, because otherwise we fight something we don't know, we don't understand, and therefore it makes the fight against that very difficult, because we are constantly missing the target, right? So the question is, how come those people just catch those lies and accept them and so forth? And as if the content didn't matter. So the example he gave, all the discussion and the topics are about what gets or doesn't get decided by the government, the UK government, Bojo. Okay, so it's really about the what. So the government did that or didn't, and it's good, it's not good. He says that it's a lie or it's not. So it's really about what gets decided or said or discussed. And it seems that, in a sense, obviously, those Brexiteers and Brexiters, they don't care about that. For them, it's as if the what gets decided by this government doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. This government may decide whatever it wants. It's okay with them. And and this is what we need to explain. But which means also that when we look at the what, maybe we look in the wrong direction. Because the what doesn't matter for those guys. We should not look in that direction. We should not try to explain or understand their behavior based on the what, because they don't care. So if we look at the what, we look in the wrong direction. So if the what gets decided or not by the government doesn't matter for those guys, what does matter? And my take is that what does matter to them is not the what, because it's the who gets to decide. So what is important is not what Bojo decides. What is important for them and matters to them, it's Bojo is in charge. So now he's in charge, he does whatever he wants. They are following him. So who gets to decide? It's not, and this is a problem. It's not a question of political party. So when you put together that what matters is the who gets to decide, and the Brexit, put that together, which is all about immigration and stopping immigration, even if it comes from their own commonwealth, even when it comes from your own commonwealth, those guys want to stop it. So, what is their perception of immigration? Their perception of immigration today and yesterday, right? It's not recent. It's say make a difference between them and those immigrants, even if they come from their commonwealth. Okay, so they make a difference, and so therefore, the who gets to decide, it has to be them, and not the immigrants or their descendants, right? So this is a problem. They don't want to recognize the immigrants as equals or even as British, right? They don't want any path toward equality between them and them. So what we can say now, it's what is a racist worker or member of the working class? It's someone who put race before class. So who puts his racial status before its social status. And this is what is the basis of this stuff. They want someone like them, Bojo, to decide and make sure he keeps those immigrants and people they don't recognize as equal. He wants they want to make sure those guys are kept away at arm's length, right? So you even have some very strange groups in the UK calling themselves indigenous people of England, right? Who wants a special status, of course, above the rest, because they say we are from here, we should have more rights than those people who don't come from here. So it means also that there are some authors like Horkheimer, you know, who have written very interesting stuff about eclipse of reason. Here, and the irrationality of those guys' behavior is so crazy, right? And so obvious that you may think, yeah, it's eclipse of reason, and it is. However, we should make a difference between reason and rational, right? Meaning we need to understand what people may not use reasons, but they may have a rational, and this is the case here. Their rational is they see themselves as above and separated from all those crazy immigrants, and they don't want to share the power and the decision making with them. This is why they do Brexit. This is why they close the border. This is why they put Bojo in charge, and this is why they don't care about what Bojo decides as long as it's him, and it is that, and as long as he tries to and keeps those crazy foreigners and this way, and this is rational for those guys. Now we know, I think, why they behave that way. Now we can say it's still eclipse of reason, because keeping those guys away makes no sense. For Christ's sakes, they are your people. They come from your Commonwealth. You made them British by going to their country, destroying everything, their economy, their society, with putting your system instead in place of theirs. And when you got kicked out, like deplorable people you are, you didn't put back like it was before, then it's still the same. You have not changed anything. They are your people, you like it or not. And this is where you got an eclipse or a collapse of reason, because you don't want to recognize the reality of those stuff. You have no right to treat these people unfairly, and you have no right to treat these people in a not equal manner. They are your people, and you have to treat them properly as equal and not exclude them from the UK or from the decision-making process. And in a sense, it's going to be demography against demography. But the point is, when you try to keep those people away, you are destroying the society. You are preventing the society from existing. You cannot force people into your system and say afterward, oh, I don't know them, and stop knowing them, who they are. They are your people. You have to take care of them. And you know, I'm French, and it's the same thing for France. We have the same problem. We have the same shitty behavior. We've got an attitude problem toward our immigrants who come from our former colonies. We are shitty just like you, okay? But it's not a reason. We have to stop. We have to start behaving properly, because otherwise we are putting the society in jeopardy. It's a whole social life we are putting in danger, and we are risking of destroying. And to be frank, the social life in France, like in the UK, is in pretty bad shape already.